Yes.
That's the best way, so
People attending Racing for Recovery for the first time tonight.
Thank you for attending the Racing for Recovery Support Group. We are focused on maintaining a drug-free, healthy lifestyle. Since 2001, our open forum meetings welcome parents, adolescents, recovering individuals, and anyone who supports our mission. Your suggestions, comments, or ideas are welcome to make our meetings the best they can be. The Racing for Recovery Support Group meeting is a cutting-edge alternative to what is currently offered. By combining substance abusers, families, friends, and the public at large, we have created an environment that is beneficial to everyone who has been affected by alcohol or drug addiction. Meeting start time is 7 p.m. Please be on time. Please turn off cell phones and ringers to vibrate and refrain from posting on social media during the meeting to show respect and courtesy to yourself and others. Please only one person speaking at a time. Please speak loudly so that everyone can hear. Proof of attendance is gladly provided. Please turn in your paperwork prior to the meeting. You can pick it up at the end of the meeting. Honesty is required. Feel free to openly share your comments and points of views on how alcohol and drug addiction has impacted your life. This meeting is open to people of all ages and welcomes diversity, so please refrain from using excessive foul language or language that discriminates against any race, gender, religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or disability to maintain an atmosphere of respect and dignity for all who are present. If you see a visitor or a new member or a returning member that you haven't seen in a while, please warmly welcome them into our program. Your confidentiality is important to us. What you say here will not be discussed outside of the meeting. Please refrain from leaving the meeting while it is in progress because it is disruptive to others. No tobacco products on the property, and don't litter.
Thanks, Dustin. All right, who's got the guidelines for living a lifestyle recovery?
Guidelines for living a lifestyle recovery. Lifestyle of recovery guidelines are intended to be utilized by recovering individuals, their families, and anyone else who is striving to avoid substance abuse and achieve sobriety. Guidelines. Number 1, recognizing that substance abuse ruins lives. 2, wanting to pursue positive alternatives to substance abuse, such as our education, employment, quality relationships, and health and fitness. 3, using resources such as friends, family, teachers, and peers as a way to achieve and remain sober. Adding sports, art, music to these resources will help us stay focused and motivated. 4, defining balance and working toward making it a part of everyday life. 5, building self-esteem and confidence through sobriety to combat negative feelings regarding oneself. 6, understanding that negative behaviors of isolation and self-pity lead to self-destruction. 7, lifting a person up is different than allowing them to continue the destructive lifestyles. Be there for yourself and be patient with your friends and family. 8, learning how to help without supporting the addict's behavior, providing assistance to the recovering individual that will improve their lives, not further their usage. 9, recognizing personal challenges and integrating them into our lifestyle as challenges to triumph over. 10, caring for our personal, emotional, physical, and spiritual individuality is the source we use for our sense of worth. Each person is truly magnificent. Our mission at Racing for Recovery is to prevent all forms of substance abuse by promoting a lifestyle of fitness and health for all those affected by addictions.
Thank you. All right. Who's got What Racing for Recovery Means to Me by Kelly Anderson?
What Racing for Recovery Means to Me by Kelly Anderson. R, respect yourself enough to quit using. A, accept the challenges that lie ahead. C, commit to your recovery. I, include friends and family on your journey. N, never doubt your will to succeed. G, give yourself credit for your accomplishments. F, focus on the positive things you want in life. O, overcome your fears and keep moving forward. R, remember the reasons you are seeking sobriety. R, reach out to others to give and receive support. E, expect holes in the road, choose another road. C, care for your body, we only get one in this lifetime. O, open your heart, mind, emotions, and spirit. V, victory comes from a balanced lifestyle. E, educate yourself on all aspects of recovery. R, Racing for Recovery saves lives. Y, you will learn that with sobriety, anything is possible.
Thank you. All right, here's where we go around the room. Say your name and why you decided to join us tonight.
My name's Dustin, and after an amazing weekend, these Monday meetings are my favorite way to start off the week.
I'm Michael. I'm here to stay the course.
Brian, I'm here to learn and stay consistent.
Steve, I come here to stay sober.
I'm Tina. I came here to learn about this program.
I'm Angie. I'm just here for support. Adam, I'm here to listen and learn.
I'm Ryan, I'm here to continue to learn.
I'm Gina, I'm here to stay consistent.
I'm Bob, I'm here to learn.
Justin here for growth.
Rachel here to stay sober.
I'm Lisa, I'm here to get support and get a better understanding.
I'm glad I'm here for positivity and to give and get support.
I'm Kristen, I'm here for balance.
I'm Sean, I'm here just Monday nights, part of my weekly routine.
I'm Christy, I'm here for support.
I'm Steven, I'm here to learn how to live life after sobriety.
I'm Christy, I'm here to remain teachable.
I'm Susan, I'm here for support and to support.
I'm Tiffany, I'm here to support and I'm Michaela, I'm here for a holistic approach to recovery. My name's Debbie, I'm Steven's mom. I'm here to support him and the program.
I'm Gary, Steven's dad, here to give back for all the things Reese and stuff for our family.
I'm A.A. Ron, here for mental, physical, and spiritual growth.
My name is Faye, and I am here to get out of my own thoughts.
I'm Samantha, and I'm here to continue learning.
I'm Mike, I'm just grateful to be here and living in sobriety.
I'm Maggie, and I'm back because what I was doing wasn't working.
Hi everybody, I'm Joe. I came here tonight to see all my friends, because I haven't been here in a minute, and to hear some good stuff out of this book.
AJ, I'm here to maintain my drive and motivation towards self-betterment.
I'm Teresa, and I'm here to keep my week going positive after the great weekend that I had.
My name is Selena, and I'm here to stay clean and sober.
My name is Josh. I come here to stay focused and continue to grow.
I'm Heather, and I'm here because I've finally realized that my way does not work.
Bill and I need you guys.
Candace, I'm here for positivity to start a good week.
I'm Brittany, I'm here to keep making good choices.
I'm Josh, I'm here to grow and be around some good sober peers.
I'm Dustin, here to stay humble, teachable, and support my baby sister.
I'm Taylor, your sister. And, it's working, and I like it.
I'm Justin, I'm here to support and learn.
I'm Shelby, I'm here to stay consistent and for the pilot.
I'm Des, and I'm here for growth.
You missed it.
She changed it last week.
Oh, wow.
Moving on.
I'm Randall. I come to this program to just live this lifestyle. So.
Yeah, I'm John. Just here to learn a positive and healthy lifestyle.
I'm Levi, and I'm here because I want to be here. I'm Zach, and I'm here because this is where I ask to be.
Oh, Kelsey, I'm here to better my life. I'm Brittany, and I'm here to create a better future for myself.
I'm James, I'm here for peer support.
I'm Jessica, and I'm here to give and get support.
I'm Allie, I'm here to grow.
I'm Candy, I'm here to practice self-love and care.
I'm Scott, I'm here because it's part of my routine.
I'm Eugene, I'm here to stay sober.
I'm Laura, I'm here to stay sober.
I'm Tyler, I'm here to keep working on myself.
I'm Joe. I come here because it's part of my routine to remain teachable, and like Dustin always says, it's a great way to start a week.
And I'm Steven. Missed you guys last week. I bet you guys missed me too, hopefully. I'm here because this place taught me and gave me the tools to stay sober, and I'm going to keep doing that. Who's got the answer by Donald D. Carr?
The answer. Running from the misery, trying to escape the pain, as I approach the light of hope that lies before me. Each step overwhelms me, every breath sears my throat. I ache, my body rebels against me, my memories torment me. Agony has become my closest companion. My demons mock me as I dangle helplessly above the abyss of alcohol and drug abuse. The voices all sound the same, criticizing, accusing, blaming me for what has happened. They don't understand, they don't care who I am. I'm a human being, full of thoughts and feelings. What I say, show me the way. At last I reach the light of promise. There stands the answer, open arms, understanding smiles, and looks of trust. And so it begins, Racing for Recovery.
Thank you. All right, announcements. What's going on? There's a race coming up, and it is so close, I can almost taste all the regret from running all 6 miles. But I'm going to get there. It'll be good. You guys will too. Volunteer, run it, walk it, do what you got to do. It'll be a great time. Anything else? How'd softball go?
We advanced to the second round, and we ended up losing, but we fought really hard. Yeah, it was a good season, man. Those guys played their hearts out, and it's a good time. Co-ed comes back this Sunday for our tournament, so we're hoping to bring the big guns out, right, guys? Right? They're super excited about it. It'll be great.
Right. There we go. Kristen.
The Halloween party is Saturday. It starts at 6. We went through some of the decorations. I do not decorate well. To be honest, it overwhelms me. So we need some volunteers to decorate, even if you just want to take some, like, throughout the week and do whatever you want. Please feel free to do that. And then also, I put a sign-up sheet. We're gonna do finger food and appetizers outside on the table where all of the other brochures and pamphlets are. So please sign up. Bring your favorite thing.
Nice. Someone help to decorate, please. All right, cool. So see her afterwards if you want to decorate or for finger foods. Elena.
I think, is that Adam down there?
Yes.
Oh. He's collecting bottle caps, any kind of plastic caps for Christ the King School. They're building a bench. Is it for the autistic
Yes.
students they have? Yeah. They're melting the caps down, and they're gonna build, a bench out of the plastic ones that melt.
That's very cool.
And they're trying it, they're the first school to try it, and then if it catches on, they're hoping that other schools will do that also. So save your bottle caps, and you can give them to Adam.
Awesome. All right, cool. Yes, Kristen.
I almost forgot. We are in need of a DJ, music player, whatever you want to be called. Ours bailed on us.
Everyone's looking at Joe. Throwing them fat beats out on the dance floor. So if you guys know anyone, let them know there's a sweet Halloween party coming up this Saturday. All right, as you can see from the introductions, our meetings are for everyone affected by self-destructive behaviors. No topic is off limits. If you have a question or something you'd like to discuss, we encourage you to bring it up early so we have time to discuss it. With that being said, does anyone have anything they'd like to talk about before we get started in the book?
What time does the Halloween party end?
Does it end?
Yeah.
We're getting wild.
Party all night. Yes.
Do you want a DJ system or do you just want a couple of iPods with Halloween music and stuff on it?
Kristen?
Candy.
I want candy too.
What? Are we using your machine?
I don't, they can use the machine.
The machine.
It's just it's a Wi-Fi Bluetooth big speaker that has a microphone and stuff.
Oh, cool.
It's here. I donated it to Racing for Recovery.
Oh, cool. All right.
Wait, karaoke machine?
It's not karaoke edition.
All right. Yeah, you guys just talk afterwards. Bob, you got something?
Just real quick, instead of giving the bottle caps to Adam, you can just throw them in the basket. You'll see me around.
Great idea, Bob.
That's good.
Seriously, that's good.
That is awesome. All right, we're on page 63.
Unless you got a big book, we are in 143, I think is what it was. I just gave the other one away. What was it open to?
143.
Yep, perfect, 143.
In the thick books, 143. In the normal books, 63. And 4 things to try.
Not like the big book, it's a bigger book of ours.
Make me think of like the big book.
No.
Like you said, the big book.
Well, that's like a bigger version of
Yeah, it's the same book, it's just
You
printed
should have said the
slightly
thicker
different.
book. Not the bigger book.
All right, so on 63, who wants to read for me? Kristen.
Where are we?
4 things to try.
Okay, I'm ready. 4 things to try. In the end, replenishing depleted self-esteem and growing your confidence means becoming more self-aware. The former addicts I know who have moved on to brilliant, happy lives are fully conscious of the ways they have sabotaged themselves in the past. They know how to deal with the negative self-talk and destructive emotions without going back to using. That takes work and a lot of discipline. I know from experience, but here are 4 different strategies you can use on your own to start developing all that important self-awareness. 1, examine your beliefs. Like I said, beliefs are like the operating system for your mind. The problem is that most of us don't ever question our beliefs or why we hold them. If one of our core beliefs is that you are worthless or that you caused your parents' divorce, it can cripple your self-esteem. Believing that you are a good, capable, worthwhile person is key to maintaining a strong sense of self-love and self-efficacy. So ask yourself what you believe about yourself. What unconscious, unquestioned assumptions do you live by? Do you automatically believe that you can't go to social gatherings because you'll drink? That you are unattractive to the opposite sex because you're overweight? That you'll never amount to anything because your father told you so when you were 9? If there are any rote assumptions floating around in your mind, grab them and pin them down like a bug on a tray. Now take a closer look at your beliefs about yourself. Are they really true? Why have you thought that they were true in the past? Where did those beliefs come from? What can you do right now to challenge them and form new healthy beliefs about yourself? Going from I'm not smart enough to get a college degree to I can get a college degree as long as I work hard and use my mind to its full potential will change your life.
You can stop there. Thanks, Kristen. All right, guys. So a lot of good stuff in here tonight. What do you guys believe about yourself? What things do you question? It's all about beliefs tonight. Let's do it. Go for it.
I'm outspoken today. I believe that I'm the most beautiful, most funny, most charismatic person that I know, and I like to act as such and put my best foot forward.
Nice. I like that. Yes.
I believe what I tell myself, because if I repeat it enough, then I'm actually going to believe it.
That's it. That's done.
Andy?
I believe that I'm approachable.
Nice. You are.
Steven?
I believe that I'm an honest person.
Bob?
I believe I can still accomplish anything I put my mind to.
There you go. Awesome.
Over here.
Oh.
I believe I'm outgoing.
Nice. Christy?
I believe that I still have time in my life to find happiness.
You do. Yes.
I believe I'm enough.
Kristen?
I know that I can overcome anything without going back to using. And it has taken self-discipline and self-positive talk to get me to this point. I'm really confident. And it's not that I believe and know in my heart.
Kelsey, have some hands.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah. I believe I'm definitely worth it. I'm off-minded today, man. I'm on a different.
It's all right. We're here to be honest, right?
Yeah.
James?
A lot of things growing up that I believed I was not growing up. A lot of things that I believe I was not good enough in a lot of different things. So my whole life I've done things to curb those insecurities. Today I'm learning that a lot of different ways to curb them, more healthy ways to do it. Because looking back on it, the only way that I was trying to triumph over insecurities and fears was not the correct way. You know, and self-worth is getting really gained by that because I'm reinforcing my own beliefs with positive things. You know, the things I believe I am today, I respect myself for them. You know, it's not about what others feel about it or think of it. It's how I feel about myself, and I'm proud of the things that I believe in today.
Good stuff. Thank you. Mike? Oh, Mike, yeah, what's up?
I believe in sobriety without limits or boundaries.
Nice.
Yeah, I believe that I deserve to live a life full of love and happiness, you know, regardless of what I may have done in my past. I feel like it doesn't have to define who I am today. And today I'm learning to love myself, and I know that I'm worth it. There's a lot of people that care about me, but more importantly, I care about myself today. That's it.
It's awesome. Thank you. Steven?
I believe that my hard struggle is over with.
That your what?
That my hard struggle is over with.
Nice. Onward and upward, right? AJ?
I really like what Kelsey said. Because I wasn't a big fan of the whole positive self-talk thing. It took me a while to kind of get a good grasp on that when I first got here. Because I wasn't going to sit there and look myself in the mirror and say all these nice things about myself. I wasn't about to do that. But I took a good look at it one day, and like every single time, like I would go through a hardship or I had an obstacle in front of me, and I had people thinking I couldn't do this, whatever. I was always saying to myself, I'm going to prove them wrong, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, you know, and then I do it, right? And the only time, looking back, the only time that I've ever failed myself is when I gave up to myself, and I'm like, I can't do this, or this is too hard, or what have you, you know? So I really feel like what I say to myself in my mind, and what I let myself believe about what I say has a big impact on what I can and what I can't do. And these days I feel like I have pretty limitless potential. So that's awesome.
Heather.
Well, first, I believe that Joe wanted me to say something because he was looking at me. But more importantly, I believe in myself for once and my own positive thoughts. And like I finally believe in like my ability to be a decent mom and not what other certain individuals have said about my mothering skills.
Dustin's sister?
Oh.
You mean Taylor?
I believe with sobriety that I can raise my son in a lot more healthy environment than what I was raised.
That's awesome. Thanks, Dustin's sister.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Beth.
I believe that I've been a role model to many people. I still believe at my age I can be a role model. And I still can do everything that I want to do. I can still learn. I can still do many things. And I'm going to be around here for a long time. And I continue to learn each time I come here. And each time I see someone just have one day of sobriety or a million days is a joy.
That's awesome. Thanks, Pat. Josh?
Well, I believe in my beliefs and sticking up for them, even if it's going against their grain, and integrity.
Zach?
I believe the best hasn't happened yet.
It's been powerful so far. Thanks. Yes.
I believe that we're all survivors and our struggles don't make who we are today, and that we create our own destiny. And we're like, life is like a video game, like we're just leveling up, getting through the hard times, you know, thoughts gets bent.
Amen to that.
How do you describe?
Your worldview is a lot similar, very similar to mine. Thank you, Stephen.
I believe Jesus Christ died on the cross for my sins and the Constitution of the United States.
That is some rock solid beliefs. I like
Let's go that far for it.
I like that. What do I believe? I believe that I'm worth it. I believe that I've gone through a lot of shit. A lot of it's self-induced, mate, I add, but I've gone through a lot of shit. I made it out on the other side. And making it out on the other side of that, I came to the realization that I can do whatever I want to. Anything. With sobriety, anything is possible. It's a fact. Because before, I would be dreaming about the stuff I'm doing today. Today, I dream about what I can do in the future. It all comes down to how I feel about myself on the inside. I know that I'm worth it. I know that I have integrity, I'm honest, with myself more than anything. Because when I start lying to myself, that's when shit goes really bad. When I start, I don't know, when I don't believe in myself, I don't accomplish it, like AJ said. If I don't think I'm going to make it 3 miles while I'm running on a treadmill going nowhere, literally just staring at a wall, running in place, I don't think I'm going to make it 3 miles. But if I believe I can make it and go farther than I will. If I believe I can stay sober through any hardship, I will. I've done it. I've proved it to myself. I believe you guys are all worth it too. Yes, I believe life is like a video game and that we have to get to the next level and it's all about interacting with other people. It's like a role-playing game, but it's real life. There's a lot of non-player characters, like the people you see at the shopping malls and people that carry out and people drive on the road. There's a lot of those people too. But they matter just as much because that's their video game. That's their life. It's just subjective to the person. I believe in a lot of crazy stuff too, but I'm not going to get there.
Don't keep going.
We'll get there later.
Okay.
I believe the Lions will make it to the Super Bowl.
Then start believing in Jesus.
Eventually? That's good, thank you.
I believe that nothing is insurmountable, if that makes sense. I used to have this negative worldview all the time. Didn't matter exactly what it was. It could be a flat tire. It could be someone flipping me off on the road. I used to think it was the most catastrophic thing ever. Anything that's bad that happened to me. And now, when things like that happen, I don't look at it as, oh my God, my day's ruined, my week's ruined, life's over. It's just like, okay, it's something else that we have to work through, you know? And a lot of things that have come up that would have been huge, catastrophic, awful things while I was drinking now are just another problem to work through, something I have to find a solution for, you know? I used to, when he talks about in the book, did you ever think, you automatically believe that you can't go to social gatherings because you'll drink? I thought that for the longest time. I thought that I couldn't go to a bar, I couldn't go to a party, I couldn't go to a wedding because at some point I would lose control and it'd all be over. But then I realized it's not the case. That's a choice that I would have to consciously make to go do those things. And as long as I kept that in the forefront of my mind, which is the main thing that I learned from this place, that we have a choice in everything that we do. We can make the right choice, we can make the wrong choice, but it's our decision to make. And I talk about that a lot, but just breaking it down to that, you know, not that I used to think that I had a disease. I don't have a disease. I just make bad choices. I made bad choices, I should say. And once I broke it down to I can either make the right choice in everything I do or the wrong choice, pretty much everything became easier. As long as I stayed consistent and disciplined and kept doing what people told me, kept here and had gone through the same stuff, it was easy to make that right choice. It might have been a little bit more difficult to follow through with it, but when it came to that, it was easy to figure out what the right choice was and do that. Even though it might be a little bit more difficult at times, once I broke it down to right or wrong, and I knew that in my head, it's very easy to keep making the right choice. So that's why I think that nothing that comes up in my life is something that I can't get through. No matter what it is, I can always work through it. I might need to lean on some people and get support, but that's why we're here. You know, sobriety isn't something that you can do alone and have it be easy. You know, it's a lot easier when you share the load with friends and family and the people that you find in these support group meetings.
Hell yeah, dude. Nice. What else? What else do you guys believe in? Go for it. Yeah.
I guess I could say I'm a minister. I've been ordained since college. And not only do I preach, but I'm a strong believer in practicing what you preach.
Yes. Steven.
I like that you mentioned that, Joe, because like I've gone out with my family or been hanging around my family a few times since I've been here, and they're like, "Oh, we're not gonna drink." I'm like, "No, you can drink. You don't have to adjust your life just because I'm not drinking." I think I have the choice whether if I want to drink or not. It's not gonna. You drinking or not drinking is not gonna affect me on how I drink, if I'm gonna drink or not. I told them to enjoy yourself. You know, I can't be mature with alcohol, but you can. So don't let me crash the party. And you know, I'm fine with that. It's like I quit smoking cigarettes. I can still hang around people that smoke cigarettes. It doesn't bother me. You know, it's my choice. I know I'm empowered with my choice, and that right there gives me enough gratification.
Powerful meeting tonight, guys. Sweet.
Yeah, I like what you said, Joe, about the choices. I believe in doing the right thing and just trying to be a person of integrity and morals and making the right choice, you know, being a man of principle, regardless of, you know, what consequences or backlash I might, just being honest with myself and those around me and doing the right thing, even when I don't want to and it's uncomfortable and I might, you know, possibly hurt others. I feel like for me, making the right choice and just doing good and not really wanting or expecting anything in return, that's big for me.
Joe.
So I believe I have value. I believe that this world has limitless opportunities for me. And like Joe said, I also believe I have a choice.
Elaine, did you have something?
What?
I said, Elaine, did you have? Oh, okay. Thanks, Joe. I believe that when I make a good decision, it affects the people around me. I believe since I stopped using, I can help other people make the choice. Not with what I do. It's not because of me. It's because they can see that I did it. If I can do it, literally anyone can do it, because I had no hope, no desire, no way in hell I was ever going to get sober. And now look at this. Like, it's crazy. It's absolutely asinine to think how far I've come in just a little bit of time. It's just a short time period, because I spent my whole life in thinking I wasn't enough, that I had to be fueled by anger, that everything was out to get me. I felt that way a long time. I felt like before I got sober that I had to run and hide from the things that scared me the most. But now I believe I can make friends with those things. I believe that what I went through in my past will be the greatest gift I've ever been given, as long as I keep doing the right thing. And that will have a ripple effect to the people around me. And I think that each single person in this room, on this planet, can do the same thing. I believe there's like a collective worldview that if like everyone starts jumping on board at one point, we all can. It's just a matter of time. Like a collective consciousness of sorts. Like, it's all interconnected. And it's crazy. I like this belief conversation. this is working for me. Yes.
Okay, I believe even at our lowest points, we survived and we're still here. And I think everything that we went through, it was for a reason. And we're going to meet people who also went through the same things, so we can help them and give them advice on how we got through it. And like I feel like God speaks through me. Like I don't want to turn it to a religious thing, but I feel like God speaks through me to help people. Sometimes I won't even know why I'm saying something, and it just like comes out. And it's like it really like significantly meant something to that person. I didn't even know it until years later, and they're like, you know, that really helped me through a hard time. And it's like, I don't know. I feel like we're all here for a reason. Everything happens for a reason.
I think so too. Thanks.
Just switched up. One thing I don't believe in is coincidence.
Nice. That's it. I like the flip. AJ.
I believe that I'm gonna kick everybody's ass in the costume contest on Saturday. Yes. That's gonna be a thing. I also I believe in personal integrity, and honesty, and accountability. I also believe that what was I was going somewhere with that. Give me 1 second.
You got it.
All right. No, it's gone.
It'll be like on the way home from the meeting, you're like, oh gosh.
I'm gonna call everybody.
Just group text it. It'll be fine.
Oh wait, there it is. I found it. Okay. Let's bring it back in real quick. No, I believe I'm my biggest critic. I also believe I'm my biggest coach. You know, when it comes to like the word believe, you know, like it kind of makes me think about spirituality a little bit. You know, and I've been kind of looking at it differently because I don't really have much of a spirituality and stuff like that. So like, you know, like that's one thing I never really liked about the whole AA thing is you have to put your belief in a higher power. I'm like, okay, no, I don't. But then I started thinking about that a little bit. Something greater than yourself, right? Well, my vision of future me is greater than who I am now. You know, so that's something I believe in, and that's something I strive towards.
A little cliche, but I believe in race recovery. The reason being for that is a lot of other places I've been in, man, you gotta, this is the way you gotta do it. You gotta do it this way. And there's so many things that I'm stubborn. I'm very stubborn. Not really, I don't think I'm a know-it-all, but I know what I know. And I don't know, like there's so many things I just didn't agree with. And it was always that missing piece or something was missing, or you know, it's always told, you're doing James's program, you're doing James's this, you're doing, to a certain extent I was, and I think a lot of it's because a lot of things didn't sit right with me. Coming here, it reinforces a lot of, race recovery reinforces a lot of beliefs that I have as far as myself. And the things I need to do to triumph over, some of the things I need to be better. Like I'm in my mind, it's my choice to be what I leave as behind my legacy. You know, that's strictly my choices. What I put the work in for, what I want to leave behind, what I want my kids to see, what I want to leave behind to the people around me. That's all on me. You know, it's not, I won't disrespect anything else. It's not do this or that's it. You know, I like the free will part of race recovery where I make decisions, man, and by doing the right next best thing, I'm making better choices and I'm making better decisions. You know, and the whole balance, it works. That's what I do.
I believe that I am the person that I set out to be in life. That for so many years, like I believed that I was an addict or an alcoholic, or I didn't believe that I was me anymore. I believed I was diseased. But I don't, you know, I believe that I am who I am, you know, that I'm nothing else.
Randall.
I know, not just for me, but I believe for everybody, that we all have purpose in this life, and that I also believe that we all have a chance to live our best lives, and it was something what you were saying, Stephen, like before you even were saying it, I was thinking about it, and it was just like, we're not, I believe we don't, at least for myself, I'm gonna just use myself, I don't believe that I'm here to be miserable. I just believe that I'm here to be the best person I can be, and find what is really positive and very, I don't know, just what makes you happy so you can live your best life is what I'm getting at. And I believe that we all deserve that, and we all can accomplish it. And it's with constant work and the obvious of staying sober and getting more comfortable not only with yourself but having perspective with others. So, yeah.
I believe that I'm a much better person than I used to be and have been, but I also know that like I'll never be perfect. So I believe that it's important to me to admit when I'm wrong and when I do wrong things, intentionally or unintentionally, to move forward and to learn from things.
Thank you.
Yes. Not sure how to word this exactly, but I believe that the people that I meet in these rooms, everybody here, are the most interesting people I've ever met because of what we are going through. And everybody has looked inward, and they're just so much deeper than people on the outside, that I've met previously. And it's, I guess because of what we've went through and everything, but I was thinking about that a lot lately, that everybody seems to be so in touch with themselves, where everything else, everybody kind of just slides over them and everything, and we actually think about it and are mindful now and everything, and it's very interesting. And I find that I kind of don't like talking to people who aren't doing what we're going through, right now anyway.
I believe there's power in this room. I believe there's power when people come together and talk about things. When you're an active participant in your life, I think there's power in that. Just being here is participating. Not even speaking, just being in this room is a feat in itself. Because we're here for a common goal. We're all trying to better ourselves and better the people around us as well throughout that journey. I believe there's a lot of power here. And it's all because of us. Each single individual person. Yes.
Yeah, I believe that I'll take myself as far as I want to in life, and I'll do as well as I want to. I was watching this TED Talk yesterday, and it said the biggest indicator of success isn't financial means, talent, IQ, it's perseverance and grit. And I feel like all of us have that, deep inside of us, that we can dig deep and pull that out and, really make something of ourselves. And I feel like I believe I have the power, to do that. It's very, very empowering.
Yes.
I believe I can fly.
I believe in a thing called love. The darkness, anybody? Thank you. Don't start quoting songs, please. It is good while it lasted. We don't need to go there. Yes, Bob.
You had to go there. I feel so positive today, especially in this room. I know I'm going to fly again. Thank you for that.
Pat.
Stephen, you always say there's a lot of good things in this book. I believe there are many things in this book. I think this is the 4th time that I've gone through it. I've written down when we started, different years, and how long it took. There's great, wonderful things in this book. We're on page 64. This book gives us a way to talk and to speak out. We began this book October 29, 2018. We're on page 64. So this is the longest time that it's taken us to get to this point, which brings me to the point that everyone here is getting so much out of this book and what everybody else has to say. There's more people talking, there's more people interacting, and it just amazes me that, people say, oh my gosh, we're going so slow. But it's taken a year to get to page 64. So that tells us something. We're just not reading this book. Everybody is speaking out and reading this book and commenting on it. So I think each time, I think it gets better and better.
I think you're right. Thanks, Pat.
I can't believe it's been a year.
I know, right? I don't believe that, but I guess it's fact, so.
Yeah.
Candy.
I just wanted to address it to Pat. It's so cool that you come and you come to the same meeting. You're like a human journal. It's so cool. Thank you for continuing to come.
Yeah, I feel kind of strange sometimes because I'm the oldest one here, and I am by many years. But
Come on, Pat.
it to me, this is very important in my life. This has helped me with enabling and this, like I say, this meetings and this Racing for Recovery has helped me more with my emotions and not enabling. As going to psychiatrists and psychologists for years and years, I still go. But what I get here from people and what I learn, I've learned from all of you because I never had these issues. And so I come because I want to stay, I just want to stay active, whether it's here, wherever it is. So thank you so much.
She needs a shirt.
You earned it, Pat. Thank you. Yes.
Bill, I believe I got an amazing life ahead of me. Unlike the fellow over there, I forget his name, I'll learn it eventually, but he said he knows what he knows. I know a lot too, but I know what I don't know. And being here, I got one monkey off my back, and I think the other monkeys can come along, but I know that's not true, but I'm going to take a little work getting there, so yeah, I'm good.
Nice. I believe you're on the right track.
Thanks to you guys.
Okay.
I'm not thinking like the most positive today.
All right.
And for anyone else that's maybe in the same boat as me, I was wondering if we could maybe go on to number 2.
Yeah. Let's do it. Understand your emotions. Would you like to read? You brought it up.
Alright. Change your thoughts. Thoughts run in patterns, and these patterns. Oh, that was number 3. Okay. Alright, number 2, understand your emotions. The emotions that hurt us don't come from a place of reason and thought. They're the ones that are triggered by events, people, or words. They activate our fight or flight system and cause us to explode in anger or retreat in fear. Not surprisingly, anger and fear are the emotions that most often cause addicts to choose to use again. When fear or rage rear their heads, it can seem easier and safer to retreat into a battle than face them. However, these emotions aren't real. They're just mental manifestations of your body's physical reaction to a stressful situation. Pounding heart, racing adrenaline, etc. If you can understand what triggers those negative emotions, you can control how you react to them and get back on track. Think back, during your attempts at recovery, what people, words, or circumstances triggered a burst of anger or fear in you. What made you want to fight or run away? In retrospect, was your reaction rational? Did it make the situation better or worse? Start making a list of the things that trigger your intense emotional responses, and you can either start avoiding them or learn to check your reactions. When you can say to yourself, okay, this guy always says something that sets me off, so I'm going to play it totally cool. You're retaking control of your life and moving forward, not backward.
So, have you guys felt like you went into what are some things that may bring up fear and anger? Sean?
Yep.
Oh,
what was it again?
I was like, what was something that bring up fear and anger? How you combat negative feelings like that? Or whatever you were going with.
Yeah. Well, I know in my past, if I started having, if I started getting a lot of anger or fear from like negative words or things that others, family, whatever it was, most of the time they were probably right, and I was trying to hide my own shit, you know what I mean? And that caused me to get angry, because I was resentful because you called me on my shit, but I don't want to agree to it. That was my shit, you know. So I think today it's like I don't know. I think not saying I'm not going to have anger. I still have anger. You know, I think it's a little more controlled today because of the fact that I don't know. I'm kind of stay in my own lane. You know what I mean? So it's like I just I do the things that I'm supposed to be doing, like for me, like work and stuff, and I'm trying to make strides. So I really don't the negative or anything like that, stuff like that doesn't bother me. But if it's something that I know I'm doing or causing issues, then a lot of times I'll get angry. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to accept a lot of the things that's going on. I don't know. That's that's kind of threw me off for a minute when you said that. So.
No, it's all right.
Yeah.
It's all good. That was awesome. I feel the same way sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the fight or flight has changed for me, the whole concept of it. Based on the amount of scars I have on my body, the whole pride and ego thing never let me run from anything. I was always fighting, you know. But I still don't run from things. But I don't fight stuff per se anymore either. I work through things, I challenge myself. I don't know, like I got a lot of pride and ego issues. I really do. And a lot of my beliefs are caused from them. But the whole fight or flight thing, I think in a sense I'll fight the rest of my life in some way or another, but in the other ones I don't fight anymore. Like I hear a lot of people, I fight for sobriety, I fight for this, and because like I said in the group before, the day I stopped fighting for that, I made it quit challenging myself with it and just started doing it, it just became different. It became more just part of my life, you know. The more I keep fighting and challenging myself in a certain aspect of it, the more difficult I'm making it for myself. You know, I mean, it's not rocket science. It's not, you don't got to get no degrees, to change your life around. It's just doing. It's the fact of doing things that make it more complicated. And I make up things a hell of a lot more complicated than they need to be. As soon as I simplified it, a lot of it, I had to start changing. Everything just started falling the way it's supposed to. The cars laying the way they're supposed to lay.
There you go. Good on you. Good on you. Good on you. Ben, you're up.
No.
No.
No. I'm going to be stretching my finger.
Sorry.
Damn.
No, it's not me.
Alright, well, on that note, Joe, what's up?
Autobiography in 5 short chapters by Portia Nelson. I walk down the street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I fall in. I am lost. I am hopeless. It isn't my fault. It takes forever to find a way out. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I pretend I don't see it. I fall in again. I can't believe I'm in the same place. But it isn't my fault. It takes a long time to get out. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I see it is there. I still fall in. It's a habit. My eyes are open. I know where I am. It is my fault. I get out immediately. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I walk around it. I walk down the other street.
Thanks for coming, everyone. Yeah.